number one seller, well, I guess there's two big time sellers. Maples, all the red trees you're seeing right now, those are red maples. Do your homework on maples. Not all of them do well, folks, especially from the Midwest. You're used to those, your Acer Rebrum, the classic red maple. That one doesn't do that well here. It tends to get wind whipped, and so the leaves tear, especially when it's young, and then it's slow growing. Pretty red. There'll be some nice ones around, but there's some better choices. Mainly the ones you'll find here at Waters Garden Center. So it's, we're selling Autumn Blaze, Matador, Celebration. Kind of, you can peruse the line here. Those are all faster growing red maples, and the leaf is shaped where it doesn't tear as easy, especially while it's young. And so I find that these are better shaped. But you're seeing them going into color now. They'll be in color through mid-November for another month or so, maybe another 2-3 weeks. Then they'll just be a nice branched tree. Anyway, that's red maples. Let's go down this way. Trying to find a regal petticoat. Let's see if we can find a petticoat maple, which is super interesting. Let's go back this way. I guess we have to touch on aspens. Aspen Creek is right here, so they grow wild, they grow native. Aspens do grow well. They're kind of high maintenance. They need a lot of touch, a lot of care, but they are a top seller. I've got a few aspens myself. I find that they can get a little leaf spot, fertilize, come watch after them, they do fine. So there are some magnificent maples aspens in yards. Trunks like this, white bark, there's nothing like them. Grow to the moon, they only get about this wide. They're nice. So we got to cover aspen. You've seen that, all the gold color. They'll stay on for about another 2 weeks. They're starting to drop all their leaves now, so you'll see by November 1, they're probably just white bark. What I wanted to show you was this one. This is called Regal Petticoat Maple. This is a new one. And you'll only find it here at Waters Garden Center. Regal, it's got a classic maple leaf, but you'll notice the top of the leaf is green, the bottom is purple. This is unusual in that it's got red on one side, orange on the other. The same leaf of red and orange on the same leaf. Super neat, totally different. And I put this into some commercial settings, tough as nails. So commercial business owners, they don't take care of things. They barely remember to turn the irrigation on. This one is done surprisingly well. So again, it's just unusual, different kind of plant. Let's go down this way. This one you're starting to see show up fall color around Mother's Day. You saw a flower with these wisteria, or a tree with these wisteria flowers coming down. This is called purple robe locust. That's the name. Again, anytime you hear the word locust, you know it's a good tree for you. Draw hardy, takes the wind. Usually fast. This is a very fast grower. It's got these kind of classic locust leaves, but then bright gold color to it. So it's a fall colored tree.
Lifespan?
Lifespan will be forever. I mean, longer than us.
Okay.
Pretty trunks.
Takes the heat?
Takes the heat, takes the wind. Pretty tough. Yeah, I would say it's 20, 30, 50 years. I don't know how long. I've got a big one I could show you. You'll see across the yard, there's an elm on the left side, and that next big one, that's purple robe locust. And I planted it there because I want to sell more trees. I want to inspire people. And then Mother's Day is our peak season. That's when it spikes. You know, every tomato gardener, every flower gardener's in. They see that bloom, and I just sell a lot of purple robe locust. So it's inspiration is what it is. And you can see what a fully mature tree looks like. Trunk on it's like, I don't know, pretty substantial, foot across. Let's go this way. So oaks, we grow a lot of oaks. They just grow wild, not just scrub oaks, pin oaks, northern red oaks. I think anytime you see an oak tree, they're slow, They're methodical. They'll live to be hundreds and hundreds of years old. But it's got you just get this great red color to it. These you see growing wild up in Groom Creek, all the ridge lines. You'll see this exact oak. This is pin oak growing wild. It's a native for here. Okay, good choice.
How big does that one get?
It's gonna get 35 by 10, 12 feet wide. Kind of grows like this. More of a pointed top, kind of like that. Okay. Cottonwoods, you know what they are. I don't like selling them. Short-lived, but there they are. This one though, yeah, they're all tied up. I won't pull it out. But Sweetgum, familiar with Sweetgums? Great fall color. Has kind of a mapley leaf. It's not really a maple, but it has a maple leaf shape to it. Great either orange or gold color. And it has this interesting little ball, kind of like a sycamore. It's kind of a decorative thing in summer. It does really well here. It's got interesting bark to it. Sycamores do good fall colored tree. Let's go this way, Ken. So bring my Facebook fans this way. What else? We got to cover this one. This one is one of the last trees to turn red in the fall of the year. Usually around Thanksgiving. This one will be in bright red. This is an ornamental pear or Bradford pear. You see quite a few of these downtown around the courthouse. The great thing about this, it's hardy as can be, loves growing locally, perfect little shaped crown on it, and then it's got interesting gray bark, almost to the white part. In the spring of the year, it's the first tree to turn bright red. It's got, before it leaves, it's covered in white flowers, like bridal white, not apple blossom, not pink hue, pure white. Covered, and then it will actually set these leaves on. It's ornamental pear in that it does not actually form pears, just the flower, and then the fruits never really set. I think it's a good tree for here, especially if you're trying to stagger your reds and golds, you're trying to blend, have a forested look or a gardeny look. This is one you want to add to the mix, just so you have something red right to the end of the year. Literally, it'll take you into December, that red color to it. Then it just drops. Okay? And I think, let's go, that's kind of those are the most famous of all your trees, fall colored trees. We get into blooming things, red buds, that kind of stuff. They're so short, they really don't make a statement in the yard like these bigger trees do. Any other questions? If you're planting trees, if you're planting this time of year, great time to plant. If you plant now though, just remember we're so mild, the plants continue to use water right through winter. They don't shut down. This is hard for Midwest folks. They're used to the ground freezing solid, and then things go dormant. They don't grow again. They don't dry freeze like they do. We're just we're nicer here. It's just nice here. That's why we live here. So your plants, especially evergreens, red tip photinia, especially evergreens, shrubs, your trees, they are forming buds. You're actually still using moisture, not a lot, but if you're planting now, I would say starting mid-November, a month from now, water maybe twice a month. Just pick a nice day, water it by hand if you need to. But water things, and that'll keep them healthy. They'll actually root through the end of the year. Even with the leaves off, they'll continue to send roots out. That's why it's such a great time to plant. As long as you water through winter, that seems to be the secret. A lot of folks plant, water once, walk away, wonder why it didn't come back in next spring. That's why. We had winter burn or winter kills, what happened. That's what that's called. Okay? You said also trees, stake trees. We're in the mountains. They'll start to lean to the northeast if you're not careful. So make sure you stake. All right? Thanks, you all. You've been a great class. Well done. Yeah.